Social media trends are constantly changing, and if you're not tapped in, you may be losing out on some crucial content opportunities. That's why today we're taking a look at the most important trends in the social media world for 2025. Whether you're a social media manager or a content creator, these trends will help you optimize your strategy and stand out from the crowd. Let's dive right in. Let's start with a trend that will play a central role in 2025, short-form videos. Although TikTok started the trend, all platforms from YouTube to Instagram now embrace these short clips. Why? Users prefer content that gets straight to the point and can be consumed quickly. Our studies show that short videos generate the most reach. And don't worry, I'll link the studies in the description so that you can dive into all of the fascinating insights. However, this does not mean that we should neglect other formats. Carousel posts, for example, generate more engagement as they encourage users to swipe, boosting dwell time. Each format has its strengths. The trick is to use the right format at the right time. 2. Quality content. Social media algorithms are becoming increasingly precise, finding the highest quality content for users, regardless of the creator's following. The days where users only saw posts from accounts they followed are long gone. Platforms now prioritize the quality of content, which offers a great opportunity for small creators and brands in particular. TikTok led the way, and now other platforms follow this approach. Our study shows that small creators on Instagram have received more reach since the algorithm update. And on YouTube, videos from smaller creators are also being pushed out more frequently. The amount of content on social media is constantly growing. Therefore, it's crucial to stand out with high-quality storytelling and relevant content. This is the only way to sustainably increase interactions and impressions. As our analysis shows, users prefer to interact with content that offers real added value. But what exactly does that mean? How can you provide real added value? The first thing that springs to mind is probably educational content. Things like tutorials, infographics, or studies. But you can also offer your community added value through entertainment. For example, through humorous content, motivating experiences, emotional stories, or behind-the-scenes insights. Here you can give free rein to your creativity. But don't forget that the focus should always be on your target group. Oh, and the last little tidbit I'll leave you here in the quality counts section is that remember when we were talking about TikTok leading the way? Well, for smaller accounts, they are seeing the highest impressions from their For You page, meaning that if you are putting out quality content, it doesn't matter what size account you have. TikTok's algorithm gives any content equal opportunity to go viral. 3. AI. Artificial intelligence has been a big trend in social media marketing for a few years now. And while AI won't replace your job, people who know how to use it cleverly will. From tools for automation or helping with content creation, such as the AI assistant from Metricool, which you can use when you're feeling not so creative, AI offers countless opportunities to make workflows more efficient and reduce the amount of work involved. The platforms themselves are also gradually integrating AI features to help users optimize their content and create personalized experiences. But despite these technological advances, we must not lose sight of the social part of social media. The challenge for 2025 is to find the balance between efficiency through AI and authentic interaction, because users don't just want content created quickly. They are looking for real connection and personal added value. And that brings us to the next trend for 2025. Community. Because again, despite all the technological advances, users are still looking for real personal interactions. B to H. Business to human. Some time ago, Instagram revealed how their users spend the majority of time on the platform, in DMs, with stories, and only then do they scroll through feed tabs. This shift shows how important it is to cultivate a community. Just posting content without engaging with your audience, responding to their comments, and provoking their feedback is no longer enough. Communication with the community must be actively maintained. So we know that formats like Instagram stories have a place in our social media strategies. Our study also shows that stories are the most popular and most used format for brands. This is because they create loyalty through authentic insights, are easy to create, and generate traffic to the website if they are done well. It is also clear to me that community events will become increasingly important in 2025. More and more brands are focusing on events, whether they be in person or virtual. They are doing this with their own community instead of exclusively using influencers. Brands like Refi are organizing special events for their most loyal followers to create direct connections. In 2025, cultivating your own community will become even more important. Brands that actively promote interaction with their fans will be more successful in the long run. Authenticity. In today's social media world, there is an overwhelming amount of content, making it all the more difficult for brands to stand out from the crowd. In 2025, it will be crucial to show authenticity and build real connections with the community. Content no longer has to be polished and perfect to be successful either. Rather, it's the genuine, unfiltered insights that will have the greatest effect. Brands like Duolingo and Scrub Daddy on TikTok are leading the way. They rely on authentic and sometimes humorous content that not only focuses on their product, but above all strengthens the connection to the community. This kind of closeness and informality is well received by users and leads to a stronger bond. Users want to take a look behind the scenes and see that brands don't just sell products, but also create real value and connections. Social media platforms are increasingly becoming an important search engine. Younger generations in particular are using platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, not only for entertainment, but also to search for information and solutions actively. In fact, many users now prefer TikTok as a search engine for trending topics or product recommendations over traditional search engines like Google. For 2025, this means that brands need to align their content with users' search intentions strategically. You need to understand what your target group is looking for and optimize your content accordingly. For example, through keywords or hashtags. The topic is quite extensive though, so to get you a little bit more comfortable with social SEO, here's a video on tips on how to boost your SEO on Instagram. A big advantage of the more precise algorithms on social media is that well-optimized content is more sustainable. Content that has been created specifically for the search intention has a longer lifespan and remains visible and relevant for longer. Brands that use social SEO can expand their reach in the long term. 7. Social commerce. Traditional television is becoming less and less important, while users are increasingly spending their time on streaming platforms and social media. This shift in attention offers brands, content creators, and affiliates new opportunities to market their products via social networks. A great example of this is TikTok Shop. Users can discover products directly within the app and purchase them there without having to leave the platform. TikTok combines entertainment and shopping in a way that appeals to younger target groups in particular. In addition to TikTok, Pinterest is also increasingly being used as a platform for discoveries and targeted purchases. Our study shows that outbound clicks on Pinterest are the most popular user interaction. This makes the social network an ideal platform for brands that want to drive traffic to their websites. Social commerce will become even more important in 2025. Platforms are increasingly integrating functions that simplify the purchasing process. Brands that manage to make their content interactive and buyer-friendly will benefit in the long term. 8. UGC plus EGC. In 2025, UGC and EGC, content created by users or employees, will play an increasingly important role in social media marketing. This authentic content creates more trust among users and therefore significantly increases engagement. People want to see real experiences and real recommendations that come not only from the brand itself, but from users or employees. The EGC trend is particularly evident on platforms such as LinkedIn. Engagement on LinkedIn has increased over the past year, and content from employees that provides insights into their day-to-day work or expertise achieves high reach. This type of content not only strengthens the authenticity from the brand, but also strengthens the bond with the community. 9. Data protection and security. In 2025, there will be an even greater focus on data protection and security. Platforms such as Instagram have already introduced stricter guidelines to protect privacy and the safety of children. In addition, platforms are increasingly under scrutiny, especially as TikTok is under investigation in the US amid safety concerns. This development shows that we can expect to see more of these regulatory measures in 2025. 10. Trying out new things. The last trend I have chosen is trying new things. It's not necessarily a trend that applies to 2025 specifically, but it's something that you should always keep in mind. Social media is developing incredibly quickly with new features and trends that are constantly appearing on the platforms. Successful brands and creators will be those who test new features and experiment with innovative content early on. It's not about always being the first to do so, but about reacting flexibly to changes and finding out what works best for your target group, especially when platforms like TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram introduce new tools. You should keep an open mind and try them out. If you keep an eye on the market and dare to break new ground, you can react more quickly to opportunities, stand out, and constantly reinvent your social media strategy. What do you think of these trends? And what trends do you predict for 2025 that I haven't mentioned? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. That way you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.